welcome back to another awesome vlog, guys. We got somebody that wants to join in the chat today, but right now we are headed out to the Rodeo 39 to a Cars and Coffee, and this is the same exact day that Fuel Fest is going to be happening, guys. Now, this is the week before Fuel Fest, but obviously we're uploading, it's going to be a little bit late. Now, today there's also a car show happening over there in Bakersfield. However, though, I'm pretty sure with this Cars and Coffee, a lot of those same cars are going to go straight from Stanton all the way up to Bakersfield. A lot of the cars might just go to other stuff, but majority of Fuel Fest is what we're going to be seeing today, guys. Here in the SoCal scene, I've learned that there is a lot of the same cars in all the different shows. So if you go to one show, you go to one Cars and Coffee, you've seen a majority of the cars that are going to be out there for shows. And at the end of the day, really, you're paying for the vibes. If you are for the car content, it's not going to different. It's not going to have a huge variety. It's going to be most of the same cars, just, you know, more or less for the vibes. And also another reason why we will not be going to Fuel Fest today, because it is about $50 for a ticket. And if you guys are familiar with the Pomona Fairplex, Filipino side kicking in. If you guys are familiar with the Pomona Fairplex area, you have a $25 parking fee. And also, it is $50 to get in. $50 for a ticket for spectators. That is insane. I can just imagine how much Pomona Fairplex is charging Fuel Fest to have their event out there. Now, they are going to have partnering booth. They are going to have partnering SEMA collab with them. So I'm pretty sure the event's going to be massive. But I don't know. For the fair price of that one, guys, the YouTube channel isn't exactly picking up 100%. So that's something that we cannot afford. And you guys can hear it. We have the little one here today. So that is what some of the money has been going towards. I'm gonna catch you guys when we get to the Cars and Coffee. Air ride suspension is not the best to have when driving. Check this out real quick. Hold on, what is behind us? You see that real quick? Yeah, it's a Lotus. Check that out. I think it's pretty cool. Usually we do car spotting on the shorts, but we'll leave it there for the channel. So I'll catch you guys when I get over there to the Cars and Coffee. So we are here almost an hour and a half before the event starts, guys. And this is why I tell people when they try to show up here to always show up early. Rodeo 39 is always packed out pretty much before the event starts. Now, In-N-Out has also barricaded the area out, which is making it even harder. It doesn't make any sense that they decided to do that because they're not even open until about 10. It's kind of crazy that they do something like that, and also they don't want anybody parking over there by Panda Express. Now, I get it for Panda Express, they do open up a little bit earlier, but this is still a public spot, not just a show car or, you know, modded out kind of cars. I mean, some cars, you know, are just with a little bit of mods, just wheels, carbon fiber bits here and there. I mean, that's pretty much what's going on with this car. Some carbon fiber bits here and there, and then you know, air ride suspension and tail lights. So it's nothing crazy that is done to the car, unlike this EG right over here. I mean, this one has full-on custom stuff done, guys. Carbon Kevlar bucket seats inside, these nice wheels right over here, and there's also some other cool stuff. I believe this is white Fire EGs, but check that Z out with the massive wing. I don't know about that, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and walk around and check out everything today, guys. So grab some popcorn and let's enjoy today's vlog. Hey, it's crazy, they went to even as far as putting trash cans up just so they don't have anybody parking over there. But check this Type R out right next door to us. Has side skirts, some T37 wheels, some aftermarket high-rise wing, even has an exhaust and everything. A lot of stuff done to this. The Honda license plate. Are those real Mugen covers for the window? Question mark. Oh yeah, white Fire. These are the Spoon carbon Kevlar bucket seats. Got a fresh Sprite right there, but this car is clean. He did say he took the button from an S2K as well. So there's a lot of cool stuff happening underneath the hood, and he can explain that dent. I believe I have it on the YouTube channel, one of the Chill Flow update meets. Maybe one day we'll get him out to talk about it again. Check that out. Oh my goodness. Beautiful, beautiful. I know in the other videos on the channel, guys, if you are a long-term viewer, you know we've seen an SF90 that had a lot of carbon, a lot of stuff done to it, to find out it was an SF90 XX Stradale, which is basically an expensive version of the SF90. But check this one out, right-hand drive, guys in this car, but this thing's pretty cool. Low-key, I want to get wheels like this someday for the Honda, just to make the Nissan people mad, because these are very expensive Werkmeister wheels that are on here. Looks like the top secret Supra is here. Now, I don't think that's the same one that he had when he did that speed challenge. Haven't seen that thing since Field Fest 2023. I don't know where it's been hiding at. I know it's been popping up in shows, but got some Hondas with their K-Series engines, hood popped open and whatnot. Wow. Now that makes a lot of sense, because Spark AI is here as well, and they have their vendor booth, so they're gonna have some exclusive Fast and the Furious cars out today. That'd be cool. They put the top secret Supra right over here, but last time going to Spark's event out there in the Beehive in downtown Los Angeles, they had a lot of the Fast and the Furious cars, and even some of the movie cars from the Dark Knight and other movies out there. So this is cool to be seeing this. The Veilsode RX-7 right here, right-hand drive, and it is manual with all the plastic bits inside still. That's killer. It does have a massive turbo on there. Look at the heat just melting the plastic fiberglass in there. Wow. So something I'm going to do to try and promote the channel, guys, is anybody and everybody who has kind of like a tag on here, they're going to be on my Instagram page. Check out this wing, that's funny. That's a massive big wing right there for the big GTR rear end. But I'm going to be tagging their photos on the stories. So if you are coming from the story, comment down below. I'm going to boost the channel, trying to get you guys to get some recognition and see your cars on here, and you know, just really just trying to spread the love for all the cars out here, of course. I'd also rather just post the things on my story, because taking photos are fun and doing all the editing is great, but over time it is very repetitive, and you know, just I don't know, you know, I've done a lot of different photos for the channel before, so I do think it is a lot easier just to put it on the story and call it a day. It's weird, he's taking down the caution tape. I wonder why. For any of you guys who don't know what Top Secret is, it's a manufacturer in Japan, and they make killer race cars, but I don't know, man, this thing is crazy. The gold wheels to match the gold car, the Top Secret brakes. There's a lot of cool stuff happening underneath the hood as well, but that thing is nuts. I like the little louvers in this one. It's like flows with it, but it's weird because it's in the inside, not on the outside. Look at this with the 400R design livery on it, unless it is a real 400R, but needs more wheels. V-Spec Sanjusan, maybe there. Don't know the name specifically, but R33 looking clean over here. Got the Rohan wheels on this one. It's cool. A lot of carbon fiber here and there. Desmond wheels are always nice. Then this guy was parked next to us last time in Costa Mesa. Probably, yeah, fairly easy. I remember this car. What do you guys think of that? Looks like he had the side skirts but took them off. That's a 22-24 size. Camber tucked out, man, lowered to the max, kind of like my car. There's that Lotus that we seen on the freeway. This time we took the top off. Wow, check out the interior. No passenger seat, because why not? What? This thing is crazy. Thin little bucket seat too. Could just imagine on a long drive how uncomfortable it's got to be. And Just the sitting arrangement makes my back hurt. Oh man, but the mirrors are pretty cool. It's crazy how it just floats kind of right there. So what these guys were talking about, certain time once it gets packed, yes, so this event does get packed out. Obviously, yes, they have to accommodate for the normal businesses over here, as I said earlier. However, though, last time they had a few other parking lots down the street full, from a dance studio to some other places. But I guess we could look at this one real quick. It has full titanium intake, turbo upgrade, turbo blankets, cats probably, custom downpipe, don't know, but intake with the Grady tubing or Grady clamps, that's pretty cool, and PRL hoses, silicone tubes, whatever you want to call those. It does have the Mugen lip on there, which is pretty cool. Nice. Hey, he's got stickers right out here too. Nice. Even a Mugen mug. That thing's pretty sick. Wow, clean little trunk setup. Right here in the front, we also have an R32 GTS. The steering wheel is pretty cool. Don't worry, be ashy. But I want to talk about these wheels because they're pretty much the same price of the car almost. Veilsode 3s in that exposed chrome. Looks super clean, cambered, tucked fitment, stretch tires. It's funny because the tires still have some cobwebs on them. So this thing just sits at a garage and it's only brought out probably for the car missing car shows. Haven't seen that Miata in a while actually, but cool day out so far. We're still gonna wait for more cars to show up, guys. It'll be a little bit of a long vlog today, so definitely get some popcorn, get some drinks in, and stay tuned. This thing's clean with the floating caps. Wow, clear tails as well. So a fun fact about this one, it's funny, it has a Datsun sticker in the inside, but this one is the first one, I believe, with the Liberty Walk kit out here in California. This is for the 400C Liberty Walk. This is one of the first ones, and it is a wrap on here. I believe a Tech did it, so this thing's all the time everywhere. But yeah, signed by Liberty Walk at the Liberty Walk event. SEMA car, everything, guys. This car's been everywhere. Talk about how clean these wheels are. It's like chrome, but not chrome. That looks super clean. I like that. Ferrari 12. Wow. Peacock Reynolds. Okay. Did we just go to Japan, guys? What? VIP slams, clear tails. That's a big boy right there. Heard some kind of hum behind us. Check it out, GT3 RS. Man, nice cars out this morning. Ferrari 296 is what they call this one. It reminds me a lot of the SF90, but it's not the SF90. This thing is so beautiful, the purple and gold. Oh man, it's got a ripped front lip as well. Nice. Killer day out. So watching TJ Hunt's videos and seeing this up close in person kind of got me thinking, guys, what if I did something like this to the Fiat? For any of you guys who are just joining in, I do own a 2015 Fiat 500 Abarth, and the quarter panel is kind of thrashed. So I was thinking about, since I have another one with a perfectly good quarter panel, what if I just create my own foam kit to give it kind of an over fender to where it's not too much of a stretch outwards, and just enough so I could just kind of slap it in. Of course, I probably would have to recreate the bucket part because the bucket part was also messed up, but an idea. If you are new to this channel, this Supra is pretty cool. Does have the carbon fiber front end to it. Tony 2JZ. But if you guys are been here for a while, you have seen this on multiple times for that Supra, but still really cool to be seeing out. Check out the SpongeBob in the back window just floating around over there. Oh man, the gray colors, guys. I love the gray colors so much. Poppy for real. I gotta say, these red seats, guys, the color isn't just this on camera, but they're kind of a dark red color. These will look killer in the Fiat. And it has a carbon back as well. I think it's crazy when we buy a car, we kind of just buy it to think about, hey, are we gonna do anything to it? But this guy spent $1,800 on these seats. According to Google, these are the Brom racing seats, elite seats. But I mean, $1,800 on just seats, and the car itself probably costed that much. But it's amazing and beautiful to see the different passion that people have to put in their vehicles, the different choices, so much options out there that you can choose from. I did pop open this engine. This thing is so clean underneath. Now there is a lot of wiring going on under here, but I think he was planning on cleaning it. But yeah, it does rub the hood just a little bit. They're talking about my car, it's so awkward while I'm next to it. The king of kings in the car world, the Corvette ZR1 LS9 supercharged. I feel like I see this thing everywhere. The EG on this one is pretty clean. That hood scoop, it reminds me of a 240, but it's got a double style hood scoop. Heat extracting, it looks like. I don't know, it's kind of a strange looking hood. I guess one of the famous cars here, a Cosmo. It's crazy. This car is super exclusive. I've seen a few of them here in SoCal, and one of them that I seen belonged to, so I had to talk to some people, but the infamous Jay Leno that has one of these, he came out of one at the Peterson Museum, and it's crazy because he's a big dude and then he fits in this car. But so they've got all the founders cars here. So these are pretty much from this section right over here going all the way downwards are the people who pay for a membership to be pretty much with a group of people. It's like a car club and stuff, and it's exclusive cars, and there's also track days and different VIP packages. And so last time that we were here at the Rodeo 39 Cars and Coffee, there was a guy rolling around and he had an RX-7, and it was one of these infamous Veilsode kits. And this one seems to be a little more cleaner than the one by the booth area. And it's funny that the Spark AI people, like, they get people, but there's so many other RX-7 builds out there. But check this one out. R series fin, front bumper, the whole hood scoop. And alright, looks like we are clear with some photographers. Let's walk around. Look at that. That's crazy. Not one but two Veilsode RX-7s here, and still waiting for him to get his shots in and the other guy to get his shots in. I think that's crazy, like being a vlogger and a YouTuber and photographer, you know, you're gonna see that a lot. But check it out, his kit is actually a lot more cleaner. It doesn't have no rivets, it's like completely put on there, unlike the other one that we seen earlier. Has little rivet marks in there. There is a little bit of a sticker or a badge there in the wing area. It's kind of hard to pick it up on camera, but something underneath. But it's on air ride. Some very beautiful wheels. Wow. Sounds like the little guy is hungry. Oh man. But let's go check out this one real quick. Look at that Mugen valve cover, spark plug cover, what do you want to call that right there? Yeah, this thing's pretty clean. Has some people modeling with the car. Pretty cool day out, guys, I would say. Comment down below, what was your favorite car out today? What was your favorite build that you've seen? Did I go buy one car probably too fast, question mark? But I believe that's gonna be it. As always, guys, stay safe and stay chill.